Snezhnaya is finally here, which is an absolutely crazy thing to be saying because we've been waiting for this for like 6 years now or something. I don't know, it's been a minute. But obviously, with the release in the new region, we have some new characters, that being Odette and Alyosha. And I did originally start recording this video earlier and I did some pulls, but I decided to re-record it because I didn't actually do anything or get anything from the pulls. So I've done a lot of farming. I haven't done a lot of exploration, but I've 100%ed this area and I've completed the main quest. I guess without further ado, we're going to jump straight into the pools like normal. We got to win a 50-50 for this one. And let's just see how this goes. I've been doing a lot of farming, so I'm hoping we get earlies or at the very least win the 50-50 because I don't want all the farming I did to go to waste. And that was a garbage pull. So this will bring us to just shy of 5-star pity, and we don't get a 5-star. Awesome, we do get Alyosha. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but I will happily take another copy of him, which means now we have a few more single pulls left. So this will be 75 here. This is soft pity. We do not see a 5-star. However, we have 3 more pulls left. And maybe in those pulls, we will see a 5-star. Okay, well, we have 1 more pull. So this will be 70 something. And it's still not a 5-star. That's so fun. We do almost have enough for another pull. So now we can do 1 more pull. And that's a lot of lag. So there is our 5-star. And please win the 50-50. Give me Odette. That is Odette. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I actually really wanted her. I'm so stoked. Which means that I have a proper Sandrone team with Odette. This will probably be my team for Sandrone. Although, one of the reasons I actually wanted Odette more was not for the Sandrone team, but for my other Stellar DPS team, which is, where's she gone? Qiqi. Because now I can run Odette to not only enable the Stellar stuff from Qiqi, but also to buff it. Because previously I had Sandrone on here. I was running this just with Beidou instead of Alyosha. This as my DPS Qiqi team, and Sandrone was just here to enable Stellar. But now we can do this, and now I can make my DPS Qiqi even crazier, which was one of the main reasons I actually wanted to pull for Odette. Stupid builds over meta. Let's get straight into building. I unfortunately don't have a ton of level up books, but that probably won't be an issue because I probably won't be able to bring her very far. We did do the main quest, so I can get her up to level 60 at least. And from there, I will need to do more farming of boss drops. Pretty much everything, actually. So there is level 60. We need a few more of these, which isn't the biggest deal. Those aren't going to be an issue whatsoever, but we need more boss drops. So I think my goal will be level 80 today, although now that I think about it, this video needs to come out today, so I probably won't be able to, because I probably won't have enough resin to farm all the boss drops I need, but we shall try. I also need to do something about artifacts, which I do have a couple, but none of them are good, and I don't even have a full set of 5-stars. The other issue is going to be talents as well, because I don't have any of these, but we can deal with that later. I'll just get them up to 2 for now. And I guess bring the skill up to 3 because I can. Why not? No, we'll get the burst up to 3 as well. I'm probably not going to be able to get all the stuff from that because not only do I not even have the domain unlocked, I have no resin because that needs to go all into the boss drops. So, I guess we just jump straight into boss runs because I'm going to need to do a lot of them. That would be our main limiting factor for this build. I also feel like I should probably not run the DPS Qiqi team while I'm fighting the boss. So we'll put Sandrone on. I also think I should do something about Odette's build. I'd like to run her very DPS. And I technically could. I know she can do good damage with like the double hit of her skill when she does that thing. That can do good damage. So maybe we go DPS and put her on Durin's weapon, which, not gonna lie, kind of looks cool. The contrast on it looks kind of dope. However, for artifacts, I definitely want to go more supportive. The issue with that is that I don't have anything to go more supportive. I guess Golden Troop would probably work to go very damage focused. It's not necessarily the best, but it'd probably do the trick. at least for now. That sets her to actually not bad crit ratio. Does she ascend into crit? She does ascend into crit damage. I mean, potentially a little bit higher on the crit rate, but we are running double cryo, so that will go up. You know what? Actually, that's not bad. That should at least carry us through the boss fight a little bit more. Speaking of which, let's go fight said boss. I also should probably do something with the other characters on the team. I've currently got Alyosha on just some really garbage pieces, but I want him on this set, so that'll do. And Favoni's that's because of the ER. Sandrone's fine, although for some reason her weapons, why haven't I got that to level 90 yet? Who knows? And Sucrose's viridescent stuff. She just got one-shotted. Okay, that's not great. Also, Alyosha. I think in the game it's Alyosha, but I think it's the correctly pronounced Alyosha or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't speak Russian, but that could have gone better. I think maybe I should level up the two new characters a little bit more. I can actually ascend Alyosha. I didn't think I could, but I can, so we'll do that. There you go, level 60. Can we? No, we can't go any further because I need more boss drops. And currently we're spending all them on Odette. So level 60's better than level 50, I guess. But that's all the boss runs we can do, which unfortunately is nowhere near enough. However, we will go farm these thingies, the Frost Fairy flowers, and at least get Odette to level 70. Now, while I'm here, I should probably do some exploration, like pick up any chests or stuff that pops up, because I do need to get around to 100%ing everything. Well, not need to, but I would like to 100% everything. But I can't really be bothered because I just spent pretty much a solid 2 days farming. To be fair, though, a good chunk of that was the story, because that's like 9 hours long, 9.5 hours long for both acts. And I gotta be honest, it wasn't as good as I was expecting. I mean, it was decent, like the whole basically murder mystery thing that happened with this place. Like, that was pretty cool. But I thought, considering we're in Snezhnaya, there was gonna just be a ton of crazy lore drops. Because, you know, this is sort of what the whole game has been working up towards. And really the only lore that was like super significant came in like the last maybe 45 minutes-ish of the quest. Basically, after we had finished the murder mystery stuff, and that was the whole thing with Renova and the Jester, I think his name is, yes. That was sort of where the actually interesting lore was, and definitely my favorite part of the whole quest. I mean, once again, still a pretty decent quest, but I just feel like they could have added more to it. But I guess it is like the introduction to Snezhnaya, so we'll probably get more of the crazy lore and all that stuff in like Act 3 and 4 and 5, the later acts. But I don't know, I still just kind of felt like there should have been a bit more to the quest. It felt very Fontaine inspired, with the whole being trapped in a theater and having to figure out who killed who. Very Fontaine feeling. There we go, that is level 70. And now we need a few more of these, which is unfortunate. These are obviously not going to be an issue, but we need quite a few more of these. 7 to be exact, which even though I am almost at 40 resin, so I could almost do another run, we won't be able to obviously get 7 in one run. So I'm gonna say level 70 is the furthest we can go for Odette at the moment. I mean, I guess I could go run that. I do have a transient resin I can use. I don't want to use any fragile resin. And I do have 36 resin, so I could go run this. And I think it's probably not a bad idea. I mean, we could also do artifacts, but I think talents are more important. She can easily get by on her golden troop set, but less able to get by on level 3 talents. And then we get the fun bit of seeing how much damage Sandrone can do, and more importantly, Qiqi can do. She did about 400,000, like totally combined, because there was like a 300 something thousand off a big hit of her burst, but then there was another secondary hit which did 100 something thousand. So I'd like her to do 400-ish thousand off just the one big hit. Realistically, who knows if that will happen, because that is quite a large number, but you never know. I don't really know what role she fits into exactly, but on this team she is supportive because she is boosting stellar damage, and I think that is her main role. So we will be using her in exactly that role and boosting the damage of Sandrone and Qiqi. Also potentially anyone else if I want to run a different Stellar damage dealer. I could also try Stellar Swell because that is also a thing. For that though, I don't know who I'd use, although I have got my Farazan to do good damage. So I could potentially build like a DPS Farazan Stellar Swell team. Let's see what we've got. So for doing Stellar Conduct, really there's not a whole ton of people we could use. I mean, Skirk technically could work, but I don't think it's necessarily very optimal. So I think Sandrone is obviously definitely our best in slot for Stellar Conduct. I would like to try Qiqi though because it did do good damage last time. Otherwise, no one else is really jumping out to me to try build. I could try build the Traveler, but I don't know how she works. And I think I'm more interested in Qiqi. As for Stellar Swirl teams, do we have any good Stellar Swirl DPS characters? I mean, potentially Mizuki because she's buffed with the new witch buffs. And she does predominantly do swirl, but I don't imagine the Stellar Swirl will make her do great damage because she's not the best character in the world. Otherwise, I have got my Aoife to do good damage. He's done pretty decent before. Farazan probably is the highest damaging animo character I've got. Obviously, I do have Hazo, but he is not very well built. I honestly think I'd probably try Farazan because, I mean, why not? So I think team-wise, we'll run the Sandrone team, which is that. We will do the Qiqi team, which I think, if my memory is correct, was Benny instead of Sucrose. But I think that was what I would do for DPS Qiqi. And for Stellar Swirl, after looking at my old teams, I don't think any of them are going to work because they relied on Pyro Swirl, and I just tested it. You could only do Cryo Swirl to actually do Stellar Swirl. So I think that leaves me with this team being our best bet because Mona doesn't apply a lot of elemental stuff. So we can just sort of chuck out her burst and not worry about Farazan accidentally swirling Hydra as long as we don't do her last. So obviously we've got Odette because we need her, and then Qiqi can buff the Stellar Swirl damage with her Witch buff. She can buff Stellar Swirl by 50%. And she is also obviously Cryo, so that avoids us accidentally swirling the wrong element, so we still get Stellar Swirl. So I think for the Swirl team, this will be our best option. So let's get Odette's skill up to level 5. And that is unfortunately the furthest we'll be able to go. Which, I mean, I would have liked it to be a little bit higher, but that will do. So, it's damage time. Alyosha first. Then this Odette. Boom, boom, boom. 100,000, not bad. Boom. Sandrone, don't get hit by things. 100,000, 117,000, 120,000. And Burst does... I think we killed the boss too fast for it to do all this damage. But I can assume quite a lot. Although I would like to check it. So let's go run this back and see if I can get a burst. It's kind of hard though because I do need to do a full rotation of this before I do a burst to get the most damage out of it. And that kind of just gets rid of the boss's HP a bit too quickly. You know what, let me just aim off into the blue. And burst. Boom. 470,000. I know it can do more, but I think I kind of just screwed up the rotation a little bit. But still, 470,000. That's not bad considering we're also getting about 100,000 from Odette's skill and 100,000 per hit of Sandrone's this thingy. So I think we got a new strongest team on the account, which is unsurprising considering it is the newest characters. Next though, let me try out the Qiqi team. This has done good damage in the past, so I have high hopes. But let's see what we do with Odette. Boom. Qiqi. And boom. 430,000. That is about what she was doing before. Still, once again, consider it's coming from Qiqi. Over 400,000 is just kind of insane. Which leads us to the last team I want to try today. And that's the Stellar Swell team. I don't have very high hopes for this team, to be honest. But we shall see. So we want Farazan, we want Qiqi, and we want Mona. As I said, don't have very high hopes for this team. But I guess we shall see. We are going to do Mona first because I don't want the Hydro to stop us from doing Stellar Swell. So we'll just throw out her burst. not do a seal because that will apply Hydro. We'll do Odette stuff. Boom. Get a little swirl in there with Farazan, and that did nothing. The Stellar Swirl is doing 6,000. So, yeah, I don't think Stellar Swirl... 180,000 from Odette there. I don't think Stellar Swirl is very good. Wouldn't necessarily recommend that one as a main DPS build. I think that's more of like a grouping things. Like if you have like a bunch of enemies, it probably would be better because, you know, Swirl works better with multiple enemies. It's not necessarily a single target thing. At the same time, I'm also using Farazan, who isn't the best or not at all really supposed to be a Anemo DPS. I'm pretty sure Stellar Swirl is more targeted towards future characters that we'll be releasing. But I mean, ignoring this team, because yeah, it didn't do very good, the other teams actually did quite good. Obviously, DPS Qiqi team, I probably won't use a whole bunch. That's just kind of for fun. But the main team I will be using, the Sandrone team, actually did like really, really good. Which once again is to be expected considering all new characters and it's Sandrone with her signature, not at level 90, which I do need to do. And Odette, which I'm assuming is her best in slot support. It's kind of expected for this team to do good damage. But with that being said, that is where I'm going to leave this video off. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you liked this video, go check out the previous Stellar DPS Qiqi video. And with that being said, do consider subscribing and I'll see you all in the next one. Good. Bye.